contradictive because you have to at PDK.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would teach don't do stuff while you're taxiing, but at PDK you have to, talk to them.
If you taxi to
November 5204 uniform, Peachtree Tower, left turn northeast approved, runway 21 right clear for takeoff, wind 170 at 6.
Left turn northeast is approved, taking off 21 right, 04 uniform.
85 Bravo Alpha, frequency change A approved.
Change approved, thanks for the help, my Bravo.
Welcome.
So left.
left
Peachtree
turn.
Tower, Vista 918, 4000 descending, 3000 visual 219.
They do that sometimes.
This is Jet 918, Peachtree Tower, runway 21 left clear to land, wind 170 at 8.
Copy the wind, clear to land, 21 left, Vista 918.
Right.
Great job, 160 Golf Golf, turn right heading 250, contact Atlanta departure.
250 heading, call departure, 160 Golf Golf.
Still in the green.
Yep, nicely done. Make sure we don't go into the parallel.
Yep. Whoa.
Yeah, it's that midday heat and turbulence.
And 458 is point of signature.
Okay, and when are you gonna turn?
At 1680.
Yep.
Frequency change approved, 691.
Georgia and Portland kind of have opposite weather in a lot of ways.
Yep. I wonder if he
Tower, exit Jet 912.
was just making sure I was actually going to make that turn.
21 left clear to land, wind 210.
Yeah, he did
And then I did, and he
Clear
never.
land, 21 left, exit Jet 912.
Yeah, he did kind of get on you, and I'm like, we
were fine.
doing anything abnormal. Maybe it could have been a little bit tighter. I'm trying to think how I usually do it.
I don't think I'm shit. Whoa, that's scary.
I've got control.
Thank you, take control.
Hotel Peachtree Tower, make right traffic, runway 21 right clear for takeoff, wind 190 at 6.
I don't think I can get it.
Make right close traffic.
I've got controls on the level of south.
Alright.
I'm not gonna have you going out the door like that.
Yeah.
Air 5204 uniform, the helicopter now is about your 1 o'clock and 3 miles, 3,500. Are you going to continue past that altitude?
You take that.
Negative. We have our door open, dealing with an emergency right now. We will continue climbing in a second. Clear for you to move.
Air 5204 uniform, Roger, just keep me advised. I'll keep the helicopter away from you if there's any further assistance guide provide, or if you would like to turn back into land.
Copy, thank you.
Guardian 1, there's a Cessna
If I
about 2
slow
miles
down
west of you at
and get the air
3,400,
pressure,
dealing
my
with
student
little
has had it
issues.
open on him
Turn back
before,
to
but
the
if
east
you don't
for
want to
about
lean
2
out, we
minutes.
go back and land.
I can get it.
Turn it back to the east, Guardian 1.
Appreciate it. This is Jet 918, cross runway 21 right, contact ground point 6 on the other side.
Clear cross right, ground on the other side, Vista
Is it
918.
still open here at your
Number
elbow?
1 Tango Kilo, flight
Like if
heading
you bump it?
250, runway 21 left, clear for
No, it's
takeoff.
good.
Traffic
Solid.
off the parallels,
And
that's
then
your key, is
double
going to
lock?
remain in the pattern, just make your
Yeah,
right
double
turn outside
latch.
of that traffic.
I don't know if that bottom one.
250, clear for takeoff, 2 on left, 1 Tango Kilo.
That happened when I was alone. I
Guardian
believe I would
1,
just
if you
do what you just
turn
did
back
and then
to
turn
west
back.
as you orbit, you'll see
Or
the
request to come
currently
back.
about
There's that helicopter.
1.5 miles directly due west of you, so you can turn back onto your position. Just want to get you to get the Cessna in sight.
Cool.
Alright, turning now, and I got the Cessna, Guardian 1.
Thank you.
Talk about dealing with the unexpected.
84 Golf, frequency change approved.
Talk about emergency procedure.
Alright.
Or 5204 uniform. If able, could you say souls on board and fuel remaining?
2 souls on board, and we got about, looking at about about 2 hours of fuel, sorry. We got the door shut, and we're doing good, though. I appreciate all the help here for uniform.
Oh, you're all set then?
Yeah, we're doing great. Beautiful day. Thank you, Zero for uniform.
204 uniform, frequency change approved. I'll talk to you later.
Frequency change approved. You have a good one. Thank you.
Okay, you've got controls.
I got controls.
I mean, it looks like the clouds are about 5,000, 4,000 5
yeah,
or so.
if we wanted to do 5,500, like 5,005, but because we were going to do odd thousands plus 500.
We want to be high enough for like emergency stuff,
Oh, yeah,
but
that's
we
true.
don't need to be like
Yeah,
super,
just
super high.
7 ready in sequence.
Yeah.
The main thing is for the
One Tango Kilo, fly heading 25.
engine on fire descent. For that, you want to be pretty high, so this would actually be good. Let's talk about the door though, if you don't mind. I'm going to reach behind you and just make sure it's not like integrity with the door. In that case, we should head back. So that is when you need carb heat.
Yeah.
Pull like a little bit.
Oh, because of all, okay.
You probably don't need the full thing, but yeah, just pull it until it starts trending back up. That could
I
have
see,
been
because it got down into the yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's our drop.
Yeah,
Hey,
okay.
good afternoon, Delta
So wherever,
1098,
yeah,
to
then
north
leave it
of
there for a
Bravo
bit.
14.
And,
Alright. Interesting.
but if it goes back, then you'll need more. Because you probably haven't seen that
Nope.
gone yet. Okay.
Alright.
It might need a full out. Is that full out?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. So it's like at 80.
I kind of got it right to that first little drop.
Okay, that should be good. And then if it drops more, it'll just be full out, but that should be okay.
I think we look like it's settled. Alright, go for it.
Okay, so that did happen to my other student before, but he didn't have this part latched. Oh. Wow. That's fantastic. Anyways. Okay. We're good. Let me tighten my seatbelt. Yeah, I apologize for the Skycatcher trying to kill you. That was really sweet though. They were really helpful. He's like, let me know if you need to land back, and I was like, you are so busy with people. Where are we gonna land?
Don't worry about us.
So you're getting a very you're getting the real life emergency lesson. Let me just act like I planned that. But in
I
real life,
bet you did, you sly Abby. You reached over here and undid that.
in real life though, it would have
Just
been on
kidding.
my side. Because if a student falls out, I can imagine at the very least I would be fired. So
Yeah.
that is twice that damn door has opened. It's not usually my side though. The other time was that side too.
You know, that could really, really, really spook some people. I think that's a good like metal test. It was weird. It was bizarre. But
You were like,
I'm glad
oh?
I was like, well,
You were like,
I've
unfazed.
thought about this moment. I've read about this happening.
You're like, I've dreamed about this moment. How special. I personally like it because it reminds me of like flying a helicopter, but the thing is that I worry about is it's not made to fly with the doors open.
Yeah.
But last time was actually really scary because we were on the takeoff climb.
Oh
and it
yeah.
just popped open, so at least me and you were kind of like level flight, more or less.
Yeah, and we had altitude and there wasn't really much going on but except navigating. Oh,
Yeah.
But it was funny all at once. It's like, hey, there's helicopter traffic to your 1 o'clock. Your door is gonna fly open in about 5 seconds. You're informed. You okay with that?
Yeah, I feel like I wouldn't have even told him probably unless we would have wanted to land back, or if he wouldn't have said like, why did you stop your climb, I probably wouldn't have told him because I knew it's something that we could probably fix.
Yeah, he didn't have to go into emergency mode. Wow, that's gorgeous.
Yeah, because he did. He said souls on board, fuel, and then he wanted landing, and I was like, oh, we're just a Skycatcher.
It's not
we're chaotic.
This is just a little baby emergency, yeah.
It's just who we are.
We're
you know?
chaotic, yeah. We're just a quirky little plane.
We're just a mess.
I can't believe I got to say souls on board. Good lord.
You are getting really hands-on emergency experience. Maybe don't share this with your wife. Maybe be like, it was a great lesson. Nothing happened.
She's very like, she'll ask stuff occasionally, but it's very much just like, that's his world and I don't need to, you know. She's fine with it though. It's my mom who's the super fan.
Oh, yeah.
She listens to ATC like when I take off.
Oh.
I come back, she's like, I heard they told you to do a 180 on the runway. What was that about?
That's so cute.
Yeah,
She's like learning
it's
that.
adorable. Oh, she's getting so into it, yeah.
Ooh, it's bright out here. Yeah, I would say that's like a good litmus test, but I think if you decide to fly the Skycatcher in training, because there's people who have wanted to save it, fly it to save money, right?
Oh, right,
Excuse
because
me,
it's cheaper to rent.
And they get in it and they're like, no, it's kind of creepy, like I can't do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So already when you're flying it, this window's so, I mean, yeah, it flying open gives a little bit extra. I could have control. It's pretty stabilized though.
Yep, I got it.
But yeah, the thing popping open, the reason it was scary was we were on the takeoff climb. And also, he didn't have his seatbelt fully fastened because I will keep mine loose so I can grab the door.
Yeah.
But he didn't have it like super tight. And we caught it, and I was like, wait, tie in your seatbelt. And then I was kind of like holding on to him, flying the plane. I was like, this is probably not the safest idea. But he was like you. He was like, no, I'm not freaked out. Like, I'll reach out and grab it.
Yeah.
So the same thing. I leveled out and slowed down, but it was a little creepier because we were low, you know, and it was like not.
Oh yeah.
The thing is about emergencies, they're not. Your engine's not going to ask you if it can quit. The door's not going to ask you if it
It's not going to have
can
a little
pop
countdown
open.
timer. Door opening in 10, 9, 8.
Like, please, may I open in flight on you?
Oh man.
So in that vein of conversation, what have you read or what do you know about emergency descent? Not to confuse it with engine out. This is when your engine is operating and it's fine, but it's on fire. So they're two different things. I used to get them confused. So engine on fire operations are different from engine out, engine dead
True.
procedures.
Just right now, if it bursts into flames right now, I would pull power and the mixture all the way out.
Yep.
And I would begin a dive a little bit below B&E.
A little bit above.
Or sorry,
it. Right above it, because if you're below it, you're beyond the red line. So you're right before the red line.
I'm thinking like a speed below it, yeah, but not.
Yeah, no, you're right. I know where you're coming from.
Yeah,
with
just shy of the speed you're not supposed to.
But before we descend, let's do a clearing turn, and then you can show me your.
Okay.
And then, did you all talk about, or did you talk about the wing load factor, how you bank?
Oh yeah, you would want to do side to side as you go down. Yeah,
Yeah.
you mentioned that to me.
Yep, you got it.
All right, we'll
And
do
a
a
little. I'm just eyeing that door, and I'm like, I don't trust you.
Yeah.
That's a second
I got my
time.
eye on
I
you.
know.
No refuge, leave no trace. We can live by
But I don't think it's actually the door integrity. I do think it was when we popped open the doors that second or third time. You know how we got some air?
Yeah.
I think you forgot to double latch it. Is that what happened?
I might have, because we opened and shut it so many times.
Yeah.
All right, there's many lessons here.
We live underground. There always
Nobody in the neighborhood that I can see.
Nicely done. We could go on Lawrenceville if we wanted to. Lawrenceville's right over there. I suppose we can. They are going to be 124.1. And you said, I just forgot. I'll put that in for you.
All right.
19646, frequency change approved.
Frequency change approved, 19646.
This would be my first additional towered airport, other than PDK.
Oh yeah, we could definitely do Lawrenceville. So PDK is chaos, but it's organized chaos. Lawrenceville feels kind of scary sometimes. I don't want to say scary. They also train people at ATC, and I feel like the way they sequence people, I don't understand it.
Okay.
I feel like they're asking for it. So I soloed students there in the past summer, and then I was like, I'm not going to solo students there anymore. It's just, it's messy. Maybe it's better now, but when you're ready, we can do an emergency descent towards the lake. And I'll be looking out for traffic.
Okay.
Usually helicopters are low over here doing tours, but it's a Wednesday, so.
And do you know V&E? I remember I looked up the POH, but it's like in this plane. It was surprisingly high. I think it was like 120 or something.
It was high. I do remember that. I used to have it memorized, but I always mix it up with the 172, so I should just double check. Okay. Best angle, best glide, max flaps up. Never exceed 148.
148?
That is really high for such a little plane.
Okay.
You could hold that for reference or just like here somewhere.
We'll
push it as close as we can, you know, I mean, it does put a lot of stress on the plane. So,
I feel like,
Just past the Gwinnett Mall, inbound to the overhead patrol, 521 Mike Charlie.
like 120, 125 would be,
yeah.
because I don't want to get that close,
521 Mike Charlie.
and flirt with, like, not being able to correct in time.
Yeah, definitely. Also, it really hurts your ears when you're like,
Seminole,
10
miles to the northeast with
All right.
information
Good, thank
Victor
you.
requesting full
So our
stop
engine is on fire now. So I'm pulling this mixture, and I'm pulling this power, and we are gonna run.
4.3 mile final
wings
runway
now.
25, clear check 646.
So,
then it'd be off up here, but you just simulate that.
off what? Oh,
Master and avionics.
oh, okay.
Over there. So get that airspeed all the way out.
What do you mean?
Here, so F controls.
Okay, you have controls.
F controls. It does feel uncomfortable, but you have to...
It does feel uncomfortable. Oh, I see. Yeah, I didn't really know what the rocking was supposed to look like.
Kind of just like this.
Okay, we're at about 122.
Kind of like that, but I'm gonna let it... I'm not gonna add power now, I'm gonna let it go level again. I still have controls.
Okay.
Or you have controls and you can get us
All right.
back. You have controls kind of slowly. Yeah.
Oh, alright.
And you do kind of want to recover gently because
Yeah.
if you pull up too fast and don't want to do that.
A lot of stress on the spars and all that stuff.
Oh yeah. And this thing, like the 172, I've done that before and it handled it, but I was like, oh, that was stupid.
Yeah.
Things I did as a student pilot, right? But the Skycatcher is a little plane. I'd be worried about bending or cracking something.
Yeah.
Okay. So it definitely feels uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You saw that. It picks up speed really, really fast. The 172 is a little more like gentle with it, but the 162, like, I thought you had your RPMs in, and I was like, no, put it all the way out. But it's just
It was out.
It's just fast. It's just going really fast.
Oh, that's what you meant with get all that airspeed out?
The way it sounded, I thought that and I saw that it had like 16 RPMs, but I'm like, no, it's all the way out. It's just the air through the engine, I guess, was making it sound like.
I see.
Yeah, I don't love doing it in the Skycatcher. It definitely feels a little bit uncomfortable. We can climb at full power always, and we'll get up to like, I mean, even 3005 is okay. We're just going to be doing.
And career track.
It depends on how long you want to like practice holding the slip in and stuff, but we'll go through the...
I like that altitude for that maneuver, or for that practice.
You need a lot of altitude.
Because
You get down so fast.
I don't, yeah, you're just barreling at the ground. Yeah.
Gwinnett Tower, Sears 273 Romeo Victor.
I guess I can
10 to
level
the
up
southeast, visual 25.
So we'll just go in order.
Gwinnett Tower, port turning final runway 25.
273 Romeo Victor, will
Well, I would say these are a little more important. We'll start with this page and then go to the other page. So we just did engine on fire.
Yep.
You want to kind of hold that while you're
Gwinnett Tower,
flying.
541 Papa, clear the airspace.
See if we forgot anything or...
Engine on fire during start, then electrical fire.
I want to recycle that transponder, not getting the mode C read out. I need free change crew. Have a safe flight.
Free change for 541 Papa.
Crew track 646, departing traffic ahead of you. Arrival, disregard the final call, runway 25.
Yeah, there's electrical fire, cabin fire, and wing fire.
There's a lot of fires.
Runway 25, clear to land. Crew track 646. 0. Sky condition.
Nope.
Runway 25, ready
Trying to find CTAP.
Crew track 150, Gwinnett Tower.
I was trying to go
runway 25, clear for takeoff.
on Gainesville, because Lawrenceville's kind of like loud right now. And also we're closer to Gainesville.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Is that the Gainesville CTAP? 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, okay.
So I accidentally got the weather and I was like, oh, I just want to get the...
Runway 31, Spotting County.
Alright.
We could go and land there, but that'll be in the future because we're trying to do...
Yeah, I'm
Neighborhood
feeling good
stuff.
about landings anyway.
Yeah.
Especially mid-lesson, like, we can focus on the stuff we gotta get through.
So let's do, because there's high amps, low amps, electrical fire, engine fire, wing fire, and then engine out are like the 6 that I definitely want to hit.
Yeah.
So let's say instead of fire on the engine, what would you do? It should say on the checklist, you've got a fire on your wing.
All my light switches would go off,
Yep.
and I would do a side slip to keep the flames away from the plane.
Yeah,
And then,
away from the body.
then land as soon as possible. So if my left wing was on fire, lights, and then left rudder and right aileron, so that
So how to remember is just...
I'm not sure what it means by away from the plane, like in which direction, I guess, I don't know.
Yeah, so you have fire on the edge, right? So if it was on the left, I would turn towards the right.
Yeah.
So right aileron, and then that would be left rudder.
Yeah.
And you would go like that.
Yeah.
And then the flames, you still have controls.
Okay, I got him. Yeah.
Controls, they would be going away from the plane.
Right. I would want the other wing in front of, tilted, angled in front of the plane.
Yeah, so the easy way I guess I remember it is instead of thinking like, oh, left aileron, right rudder, whatever, and like confusing yourself and wasting precious seconds or milliseconds, you're just
yeah.
I'm going to turn the opposite direction, so if I have
Or you could
right
also
fire,
you could just You could think of it like stepping on the fire to put it out. Like if the fire's on the left, step with your left.
And then right. Yeah, if that helps you, definitely use that. I usually teach the aileron first, and then you add the rudder correction, and then for me it's easier to remember, like, oh, turn away, run away from the fire. So with this,
yeah.
But if the step on the fire opposite aileron works for you better,
well,
then
yeah.
use that.
Okay, because when I think, I understand, when I think of a slip, like, in my mind it's linked inward, that it's opposite rudder to aileron. So if I know one, then I quickly figure out the other.
Yeah.
So if I think of, like, I'm going to stamp on this fire and put it out, maybe that works.
Yeah, definitely use whatever is easier, because I have things that work for me, but like,
yeah, but
I do it better with stick, aileron, and then rudder, so I input rudder after, but some of my students think differently and they do the rudder first, and then, so whatever you will remember in an actual emergency, use that one.
Yeah, I feel like Huntley always started with rudder, instructing me. He said, he would always say, alright, now give me full right rudder and a little bit of left aileron, in a very Huntley way.
You know, that's probably how I should be teaching more too, because usually what students tend to do is they don't do the rudder enough. So usually if you teach rudder first, they'll like remember a heavier application, so that makes sense.
On that first time, after he said that, yeah, he was like, full right, like, give it, yeah. It's, the airplane starts yawing, and as a first time, you're kind of scared to, like, it's an uncomfortable sensation at first that you're flying sideways.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's like, if I keep pushing, are we just going to rotate? Like, this doesn't feel good, so getting a feel for it.
Let's go a little more to the left.
Yeah, I was
that's kind of their downwind.
about to do that. I don't think I've ever been that close to Gainesville in the air.
Yeah, so Gainesville is a great airport to practice landings, because it is really, they newly painted it, and if you can catch it on an empty day, which I did with my students the other time, it's really nice, because you just get it alone to yourself, but the visibility is really good today.
It's incredible.
Wow, yeah, the colder weather is just, I have not seen this far to that mountain range since, like, I was here in January, February, and I was doing training out of Gainesville. That's awesome. Because everyone did tell me the summer has really trash visibility. Okay, so this heading is good.
Cool.
So we did wing fire. You could practice one on the other wingtip if you would like.
Sure, so
we have a fire on your right.
Oh my goodness, we do. Let me turn off all these lights. And then I'm gonna hit this.
Nice.
And we're gonna slip it. And we're gonna go down and land.
Yep, and our best glide is 70. So you were there, you were right about there.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna get out of it.
Nicely done. So practice that as many times as you feel like you need to have it like be muscle memory. But we'll also be practicing that in the future as well. Or I'll just ask you, what would you do if your amps is not charging? Engine fire, you know, so I'll throw that at you too. Okay.
Speaking of amps, yeah, there's electrical fire.
Yeah, that's a good next one to do.
So, mixture completely out, fuel shut-off valve comes out, cabin heat would be out, would be pushed in if it was on, and then, okay. So then you turn off the ignition and you turn off everything except the alternator?
For electrical fire?
Or do you turn the alternator off and keep master on? Master switch parentheses alt only.
Are you looking at electrical fire?
Electrical fire. Oh, I'm looking at engine fire. I was like, none of this makes sense.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, you were looking at engine.
Okay. Right, electrical fire is master off.
So basically electrical, well, for any fire, you want to contain it. You don't want it to spread, and you don't want to feed it air. So if it's inside, you're going to block your air vents, close your windows. If it's outside, you're going to contain it, keep it away from the body of the aircraft.
Right, okay. So yeah, master off, avionics master off, all lights off. And then all the airflow and stuff. And then land ASAP. It says electric goals on one at a time. So I assume that means the fire's over? Turn everything on one at a time?
It talks about the circuit breakers, or it talks about...
It does, it says breakers check, but don't push any into, don't reset? But you're...
you want to go according to the POH. I would say to try at least one time. Well, actually no, for a fire, I believe you don't reset it because a fire, it popped because it's trying to prevent a fire.
Yeah, the King School said if one of them pops out, you can try to put it back in once, but if it pops out again, leave it alone. It
Yeah,
said...
that's a good thing to go by too. I'm just thinking when it pops during a fire, but I mean, I would go by the POH, because King School's like a general for every plane.
Sure,
Some planes
they do
will
a
be
lot
specific.
of that, yeah, and there's,
They're kind of general.
they have Skycatcher specific stuff, and it's actually
cool.
really nice because there's so many videos of, you know, John and Martha in this little thing. But, a lot of it is, like, there's a whole thing, like, I had to go through on, like, the G1000, which is nice, but we don't have a G1000. So that demonstration, like, that may have been a Skyhawk thing, I don't know.
Well, usually you don't want to reset it more than once. Other people are like, oh,
Yeah,
you
that's what
never
they said.
reset it because it pops because of a fire. But I'm like, well, the reason we have circuit breakers and not fuses is because circuit breakers can be reset. Because fuses are older and they're more expensive, and when they pop, it's one and done. And you will probably never really see a fuse if you're only flying newer planes.
Oh, newer planes, yeah.
But older planes will have fuses. They're not resettable like circuit breakers. So I'm like, I feel like trying at least once is worth it, but ultimately go with what the POH says.
Yeah.
I do think it says try at least once, but with a fire, I'd have to double check it. But you're probably right. I think it's like once and then nothing past that.
Okay.
Because they pop for a reason, usually, unless they're faulty, but... Electrical fire is basically just everything off and closed, pretty easy. What about high amps and low amps? What does that say on the checklist? We kind of just did another clearing turn too, I would say, so we're good.
Okay. Oh, so low amps under voltage. Wow, this is a lot.
They're both kind of the same thing though, under and over.
Okay, yeah.
Basically, turn it off, look for a place to land. Just summarize it.
Yeah, avionics and master
check it.
off. Check the circuit breaker. Master switch is off. Oh.
Oh, and reduce electrical load. That's an important thing to remember.
So like MFD off, like avionics master off.
Yeah, exactly.
Stuff,
Like with the G1000, it makes a lot of sense because each screen takes up so much juice. So you would just turn off your MFD.
Yeah.
Yep.
I see, yeah. Electrical load reduce, and then land ASAP.
So I'd probably go for the avionics because that would get your lights and your MFD.
Right.
And your radio, which, I mean...
Is there a way to... I was going to say, yeah, it would kill the radio. And, this says it's in-op. The following is in-op. Transponder, radio, autopilot, which we don't have, MFD, but pitch trim. So that's interesting.
I mean, now that I think about it, I guess you do have it here,
And it's electric, yeah. But I've seen it over here. I mean, it just gets booted over here if you turn that off.
So it does work with just the master, so you should still have it, but you can find that through the... Do you know where to find what electrical power or source is connected to what in your airplane?
In the POH? Like where in the POH?
Good guess.
Or,
Yeah,
oh,
it's in the POH. Do you know what chapter? I mean, bonus points if you know what chapter, but yeah, it's in the POH. It's like a... If you're an electrician, you get it,
I
but
don't
it
know
shows
if
what
it's like-
bus bar it's connected to.
oh, okay. I
You
don't know
know
if it's...
if you lose your radio, you lose all of these. It's good to have a general knowledge of that.
Yeah.
Because then you know, like, wait, if I turn that off, do I lose my radio? Do I not lose my radio?
Right.
And that would be where you go to the diagram and you look at what bus bar it's connected to, and then what, if it's connected to the master or the avionics.
Yeah.
But the master, I'm just talking off experience too, because I don't have that graph memorized, but I know that when we have the master on, I think you can still hear the radio. I think we can't transmit, but I think if you did speaker... I'm trying to think, because when you turn the master on, you can hear, you can still hear the weather. You can hear the radio.
Yeah.
You just can't hear yourself.
Okay, yeah.
Right? I'm trying to think, yeah. If you turn your avionics off, I'm pretty sure your our radio would go, but I know when you turn the master on, you can listen to the weather, like if you have it on speaker or whatever.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, actually to practice an engine out maneuver, to do it at Gainesville would be pretty beneficial. I usually do it at Cherokee, and because PDK is crowded, we can't really do PDK or Cherokee today, so we can do that at Gainesville and you can get one landing in.
Okay.
Or two. What do you know about emergency engine out procedure?
I'm gonna pitch for best glide speed, which is 70 in this plane, and I'm going to find, as quick as I can, the best place to put her down. And then I'm gonna make sure, time and attention permitting, to go through the checklist. If there's time, I could radio on the 121.5 and let that frequency know where I am and what my plans are. And then while trying to hold BG, I would, be trying to figure out how to treat it, like how to approach like a runway.
Very good. So here's the thing with emergency engine out. There's multiple ways to practice it. You can kind of do a spiral over the end of the runway. That's pretty dangerous to practice with students, but I think I think Dan even tests people on that. You can do engine out procedure and enter like the pattern as normal as possible, maybe keeping the pattern a little bit closer, and then land, or I can pull it on you randomly, and I'll be doing that going forward. I'll usually let you know though, but I'll pull throttle and then you look for a place to land like out in the wild. But ideally you should practice both emergency engine out landing at an airport and in the wild.
Yeah.
And be prepared to do both. But that is up to you, because we can get the landing and the wild kind of on the way back, potentially.
We did do that last time, and I did it twice with Huntley.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Remember
okay.
the horses and the cows?
Yes. Oh my God. Thank you so much. That was a week ago, and I feel like that was, I don't know, my brain, school and students and a lot going on. But we'll need to get weather and wind, or please hearing who's in the pattern. They are 1, 2, 3. Yeah, they are this one.
For Juliet Bravo, taxi is 23 again.
So they're using 2-3.
Somebody's just, taking off.
Gainesville traffic commuter 45623, left downwind runway 23 Gainesville. 5204 uniform, are you on frequency?
Copy that, 04 uniform.
Alright, Skygator 30263, we're right in front of you, about a mile, same altitude.
Gotcha, we're at 3,400, I got you in sight, 04 uniform.
Gainesville traffic 019 Charlie Tango, going around 23, left coast Gainesville.
Okay, if it was empty.
Alright, Skygator 30263, we're departing the area to the south.
Should we?
Copy, thank you.
Gainesville traffic.
It's a little crowded, because you're gonna bump everybody out when it's the emergency.
We don't have to do it. I don't really feel good about that. Someplace
okay.
because we did it. Huntley and I did want to do an airport, but we did it at Covington, which was just dead. Covington or Cherokee would be good, but...
County traffic,
So you did both the engine out at an airport and in the wild with me and him?
we did, I think we did like 2 in the wild, and then the first one I did was, like within sight of Covington, and then like try to make the runway, and it was at,
We're at midfield left downwind runway 23, got the Challenger in sight, we're just gonna follow it behind
we
him.
can head back. I believe we did everything that I wanted to
traffic,
hit.
Sky 3 0 on the go, runway
It is
23, remaining
225.
left close traffic, Gainesville.
Alright.
Gainesville traffic, Skygator 5204 uniform, we are departing to the west today, Gainesville.
What's up, Abby?
What'd he say?
Weather, Evan.
He said, "What's up, Abby?"
How's it going?
Oh.
Living the dream, living the dream.
There you go, I like it. Gainesville traffic 0190, Charlie Tango, left downwind, runway 23, Gainesville.
That is the second time I've run into him on Gainesville CTAP in the air over the lake.
Who is that?
That was Evan!
Oh my god!
He said, "What's up, Abby?" And the last time we were here,
traffic, Cessna,
Huntley said, "You know, do move over the lake, Gainesville." And then I just hear, "What's up, Huntley?" Is Evan. That's sneaking.
Traffic meter 456.
He sounds so different over the radio. But sometimes he'll do like
traffic, Skyhawk,
an accent, and
Echo Sierra,
he's
left
good
side
at that
crossing,
too.
runway 23 Gainesville.
Da-da-da-da-da.
And 365 kilo Mike, final 23 Gainesville.
I remembered the reasons.
Ah, nice. Nicely done.
Gainesville traffic, Skyhawk, 393 Echo Sierra.
Yeah, they're crowded right now.
Downwind for runway 23 Gainesville.
Paulding County traffic, Twin Star 94 November Golf, Mama 45, or left downwind runway 31, Paulding.
How did that Cessna in front of us know our call sign? I guess we announced it, he figured.
No, he probably had the
ADSB?
Yeah.
Final
We do not have that luxury, but that will give you the tail number.
Yeah,
It's a beautiful thing.
Okay, so traffic 0 Charlie Tango sending downwind 23 Gainesville.
Black Friday or at some point I'm gonna break down and get
Breakdown.
myself an iPad for flight.
You're like, I guess I don't want to die in a mid-air
Like,
collision.
fine. I have an iPad, it's just,
Echo Sierra.
it's too
We're in
old
the middle of the downwind, mid
Yeah.
downwind.
to run the version of iOS that ForeFlight needs.
I feel that. I think the other Skycatcher was, ooh, a little bit of turbulence.
Yep. The other Skycatcher was
Drew.
also operating.
Drew, I believe, and he's one of my friends. See if I
traffic
recognize
190,
his voice,
go
because
left
I think he sounds the same in
runway
real life
23
and on the radio, which not many people do, but Evan, I do
456
not recognize his voice. I don't know. I can't really tell what he was saying though.
On the 45, about to turn left, or, left downwind for runway 31. I've got the upwind traffic in sight.
I'll get us back to 4005, I suppose, and then we can cruise on back.
You can practice that emergency down a little bit as well, when we do, or you can practice like the forward slip, or whatever you want.
Sorry, say that again?
You can practice a forward slip, or like emergency descent down a little bit.
Gotcha.
Instead of just like a regular descent, you can do something kind of special to practice.
Okay. Yeah, maybe I'll do that when we get closer and it's time to descend.
And then kind of thinking, I won't pull it on you just because I know you want to keep the flight shorter this time. I totally understand, but like thinking, you know, if you lost power now, where would you land?
Well, yeah, it would be quite a stretch. We're not that high, so I don't feel good about making Gainesville. And we are over a lake. We could attempt a touchdown in the lake, but
Water's definitely not as good an option as land. I would say even like, you know, a bumpy hill or
Yeah,
a bumpy land is better than water.
yeah, there are some there's some big roads over there, but it's like very commercial looking. I would worry about power lines. But there's some decent fields. Even that is some decent space. It might be bumpy and hilly, but
Over there, yeah, that looks really good.
That one just off the lake there.
And remembering that you also have my side, you can't see it as well.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Over there's some really good options too.
yeah.
So, and then if you look, I mean, I bet I could guess
Over
that big
here,
dirt
over
patch
there.
field, or whatever, that brownish looking one.
That's another thing too, your nose actually does cover some prime landing spots sometimes.
Sure.
And then also, that bridge right down there is actually a pretty good landing spot because we don't have a very wide wingspan. There isn't going to be, there's no like,
Sorry.
not lamps, oh my god, what's the word? There's no power lines.
Great.
I mean, there's
Oh,
cars, but I would imagine a car would clear out when
Yeah.
you're going into land. It's not ideal, but I'm saying I would probably pick a road over landing in the water
Me too.
because you might have impact and you're drowning.
And you're drowning.
With water.
Yeah, I would think that's like,
And there's fish. I like fish, but not when I'm supposed to be flying. So I would
Yes.
probably just opt for the bridge.
oh, that bridge right there? Oh yeah.
That one, there's a lot over here, you know, and it's clear, there's no power lines, and it's like, I imagine a car can just turn around, or, like, you're not trying to make an accident,
Yeah,
but,
and especially, you know, you're going, and you're not going to be going like 90 knots.
I mean, they'll see you coming in, though.
Yeah.
And there's not a whole lot of traffic right now. Like, maybe a Saturday, maybe I wouldn't, but these are all things to think about because a lot of students will say like, oh, water, but I'm like, water's not the best option.
Well, this was an eventful flight. Our door flew open, our engine and our wing caught fire, and we ran into Evan.
We ran into... I like how you say that, like running into Evan is an emergency. We ran into an Evan. That's always fun. I'm like, I think this definitely means sitting at a desk.
Yeah.
How are you gonna just lose a whole mountain? Ooh, there's some traffic over there. We have our airspeed's kind of high.
Yeah.
Oh, also,
Really bounced around, yeah?
let's track left.
Okay.
We could be in some turbulence from jets, which I don't think we are, but... Huh. Nothing. Is there like a Delta flight over us or something? That was kind of out of nowhere.
Yeah, that was the...
That was quite a bit. I think there could have been Delta passing overhead and then it travels behind them. I'm like, where? Honestly, it's hard to know without ADS-B.
Yeah.
Without seeing traffic. Ooh. That's a good example of turbulence from a jet.
Yeah.
Another thing is listening to tower frequency before you're going to enter. Kind of like,
Street Tower,
yeah.
left heading
if it's
090,
super busy, you're going to call soon around.
takeoff.
Yeah.
Left turn 09021 left, clear for takeoff, Kronos 1025.
Yeah, I'll call in a second.
Traffic joining a 4-mile final for the parallel is a Cessna. Runway 21 left, clear to land.
Okay, the partially block 45, Kilo Foxtrot is clear to land, 21 left, we'll be looking for the traffic.
Yeah, it was for you. Thank you. And who else is calling?
What?
Number 623 Kilo Whiskey, exit at Foxtrot, delay to Foxtrot, please. Traffic is close and behind you, counting ground point 6.
Ground Foxtrot, no delay, ground point 6, 63 Kilo Whiskey.
How did they get here before us? That's really weird.
Maybe he was leaving and he just...
38 for golf, pace your tower, make sure it didn't
Because he just landed.
Yeah.
Alright.
Straight in, 21 right, 8 for golf.
It's like, how is he everywhere we go? Alright.
P3 Tower Sky Catcher 5204 uniform is 9 miles to the northeast of the airport, inbound full stop with golf.
5204 uniform, Peachtree Tower, fly heading 280, I'll call your turn in.
Copy that, I can fly heading 280 and you'll call my turn, Sky Catcher 04 uniform.
So right now he's giving you vectors to a heading.
Yeah.
This is like a baby little taste of instrument.
Yeah.
You do this type of thing in instrument all the time.
With
Usually you can't see outside, but...
Sorry,
might
Angel
be
Hotel,
Yeah.
the Cessna will be moving here in just a second. Go ahead and make the
Great
right at
radio,
Foxtrot,
though.
contact ground point
Great
6,
radio work.
and have a good day.
Point 6, Hotel.
Kronos 1025, contact Atlanta departure, good day.
Departure, Kronos 1025, yeah.
Yeah, this has been a really fun flight. I don't want to jinx it.
Aw, even after I try to dump you out.
Look, Abby.
Uniform. You can go ahead and start turning it in now. You're going to be following a Cessna currently about 5 north of the field. Make straight in for runway 21 right.
Alright, we're going to start our turn and make a straight in for 21 right, and we'll keep an eye out for that traffic. 04 uniform.
5 over from Foxtrot, that previous call is just ahead to your right for the parallel.
I don't see him yet, but we're a little far
Okay,
out,
we just got him
so...
inside, 5 over Fox.
21 right.
Helicopter 2 off Quebec.
Copy 2 up, Patient
So,
Alpha
airport
3014.
3014, 2AQ, North Carolina Fair, Charlie Pad, departure to the northwest.
Stop traffic back, Charlie Pad clear for takeoff, wind 210 at 7.
2AQ, we're on the go.
Another straight in.
You usually do not get to do a pattern at KPDK. Unless you request it.
7784 Golf, your traffic over numbers, runway 21 right, clear to land.
Yeah, we just keep this track for a bit. I don't see him yet,
04
but...
uniform, your traffic is 12 o'clock and 2 miles down, 2,600, so about a mile west of the final. Let me know when you have in sight. Runway 21 right, clear to land.
21 right, clear to land. We're looking for traffic. 04 uniform.
Do you see it?
No, I do not.
12 o'clock.
We're probably going to see him any second
Street
now.
Tower, Sirius 526 Hotel Delta.
We might also be a little bit
miles
too
to the
high.
east, landing with golf.
Oh, right there? Big going on down there?
526 Hotel
No.
Delta, Peace Street Tower, cross midfield
I thought
at
I saw
2000
something,
for
but I
right
think it
traffic,
was
runway 2
a
right.
building shining at me.
There's a plane, there's some
Crossfield
flying
at
over there.
2000 right traffic, 21 right.
I just don't know if that's him. Probably.
Yeah, cross midfield.
You see it?
That could be him,
Okay.
yeah.
Cross
I think that's
midfield
him.
at 2000 right downwind, 21
Yeah, I
right.
think that's him.
Okay.
526 Hotel Delta.
P3 Tower, Sky Catcher 04 uniform. We got the traffic in sight now.
Thank you very much. Number 646, turn right, contact ground point 6.
So right, Charlie, contact ground point 6, 19646.
Or 45 November Foxtrot, cross runway
Follow
2 on
that
right, contact
plane.
ground point 6. Good evening.
Cross the right, ground point 6, Spider Foxtrot.
The thing is, humans aren't great at depth perception.
Yeah.
Our eyes aren't like that good at it. Or nighttime.
Hello, ground 45, November Foxtrot. We're crossing the right, we're going to F.
Still on ground point 6.
Whoops.
Eh.
I want to say that's them, but why does it look like they're doing an opposite downwind pattern? What the heck?
Yeah, I don't know what that guy's doing.
Maybe they're just way right of the runway. Well, they were cutting in a little bit weirder. Because
Yeah.
sometimes you'll think it's your traffic to follow and it's not.
Street Tower, citation
Yeah.
300.
No, it looks like it's not.
Left base, visual 21 left.
They're just like off set. I don't really know what they're doing, but maybe buggerhead.
Thank you.
Why would
306
you?
Bravo Bravo, Peace Street Tower, runway 2 on left, clear to land.
21 left, clear to land, 6 Bravo Bravo.
Big Star 2AQ, we're King and Queen. I'd like to come inbound from Charlottetown.
It's just a little low.
Okay, heading good.
Big Star, helicopter Charles, Quebec.
Two Alpha back, Peace Tower.
Yes, sir, 2AQ, we've done a 180 inbound for the Charlottetown.
After 2 Alpha back, Charlie pad clear to land, wind calm.
Clear to land, Charlie pad, 2AQ.
Right about a line. They are very right of the runway.
Oh, what?
They're like really right of the runway. I think it's a little bit our visual thing. Okay, there they go.
They corrected, you know.
They were like super right. I was like, what is going on?
Yeah, like half like their whole right wing looked like it was up. Alright. Last notch flips. We are a little high.
396 Bravo Bravo, Sirius 2 East, going to be crossing midfield for the right side. I'll call if he becomes closer to you on short funnel.
Thank you, 6 Bravo Bravo.
November 778 for Golf, turn right at Foxtrot, contact ground point 6. No delay, please. Traffic is quarter mile final.
Right of Foxtrot over to ground, 8 for Golf.
526 Hotel Delta, runway 2 on right, you're clear to land. Report inside a citation, turning a 4 mile final for the parallel.
Clear to land 2 and right, we'll report site citation is coming in for the parallel, 526 Hotel Delta.
Alright, that freaked me out a little bit, but runway made. Side load there, whoops. That was a weird one.
Yeah, we carried a little extra too, but nicely done. Kind of straighten it out and load it down. So.
November 04 uniform, right turn at Alpha, contact ground.
Turn off on Alpha, we'll contact ground. Thank you, 04 uniform.
Citations in sight.
Yeah, Yeah, I just, it felt low in that ditch, and I just added,
Beach Tower, thank you.
I
We're
do
down a
think
clear
I
color.
like doing landings, and I personally like the remaps a little more. But then it's a little freaky. It looks like you're going to go off the engine.
Tower,
Because
Centurion
it
173
slows
Mike
down,
Charlie, holding
and
short
this
runway
one
31
slopes
right,
like
ready for
that.
departure to the northwest.
November 3 Mike Charlie,
So we'll stop. We'll stop.
Yeah.
Roger. We got landing traffic.
As soon as your tail is
control
bigger.
173 Mike Charlie.
3 Mike Charlie, outside we have landing traffic.
what's your 1.6?
Yep.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yep.
Alright, Peace Street Ground Sky Catcher 5204 uniform is clear on Alpha 20 to taxi to the base tower.
Ground Cherokee 6919 Juliet, the northwest ramp, ready to taxi VFR to the
Did not like that
with
landing.
uniform.
That's alright. It was a little long, but
The back control changer.
The longer it went, it just felt like the more I was losing, like, being dialed into control of rudder and everything.
Cessna 2, question Cessna 5204 uniform P Street ground, taxi departure via Alpha Bravo.
We're going to taxi via Alpha Bravo. Thank you very much. 04 uniform.
Cherokee 6919 Juliet, P Street ground, state directional flight.
We're going to the west.
Abby, look out, your door's open. Just kidding.
oh, it's never done that before.
Cherokee 6919 Juliet, taxi, correction only 21 right taxi.